Hi everyone, so this is a video I wanted to do for a while to sort of accompany the written guides and tooling that I've made for YGO Forbidden Memories on how to perform A-Tecs. So I figured some people are more visual or audio learners and they would really appreciate like a play with me type of video just to show how I actually go about doing it. So in order to demonstrate this, I've just sort of plugged in a random memory card that I have. And this is an incomplete save file. It's probably something that I pulled from, this is actually the wrong file. This is probably something that I had like a speedrun going and I never finished it. So it's like midway through the game. So yeah, I've done the mages, but not the final 6. But this is perfect because this deck is sort of like a mid-game average deck. I'm gonna edit it a bit so that I can better demonstrate how to do an A-Tec in the position that you're likely going to find yourself in. So give me a sec to do that. Let's see. So an average mid-game deck probably has about 5 thunders. Let's see. 8. Let's say 9 or 10 dragons. And the rest that you want to do, you want to be able to fuse as much as possible. I'm going to assume that if you're watching this video, you've already read my written guide. So the best fusion material to go with, just like, let's say 9-10 dragons and like 5 thunders, is aquas. And the weaker the better, because the weaker your cards are, the more they'll fuse with random things. Because you can't fuse into a weaker card. Spellcasters, so here's a trick: dragon plus aqua plus spellcaster plus dragon makes a twin-headed thunder dragon without a thunder, because you fuse into common area attack. And then something else that's really good for fusion is zombie type cards, because you can just chain them really easily, and I'll show you what I mean in a bit. Flame Ghost is nice because it's like a dual type. So I'm going to throw in some zombies, and then the rest I'm going to do, let's see, like 3 waters. I'm going to actually remove spellcaster and put in, ideally you want 2 traps, so I'm going to do that. So this is kind of the average sort of deck that you'll be coming into A-Tecs with against Pegasus. So let me show you how I use the tool. So first of all, I'm going to click A-Tec mode, and this is going to preset some things that are not really worth counting and you're probably going to achieve every time. So you want to be below 7,000 life points. You need to use 37 cards in the deck, and you need 9 turns to have elapsed. And I'll show you how to, you don't need to count every card that you use, because the game counts that for you. Sorry if this is information overload. I promise if you read my guide and follow along with this video, it'll make sense to you. So you of course need a trap to be able to A-Tec. I put in 2 traps. It's better to have 2 traps, because if you bottom deck your trap, you're screwed. So that's kind of a safety. And then I'm just gonna sort of show you how I A-Tec and what I do. So I have hotkeys set up on my program here. So Q is to fuse, W is to attack when I attack. T is when I use an equip, you can see. So here I have, let's see, I can actually make a twin-headed thunder dragon. So I'm gonna actually toss this extra zombie and just go straight into the, straight into the twin-headed thunder dragon. And a fusion is counted every time you see the animations. This is gonna be 3 fusions, because there's 3 fusion animations. I'm going to put the twin-headed thunder dragon in moon. This is a little tip, because Pegasus has a lot of Uranus cards and not a lot of like Venus or Sun, so you're going to have less animations happening if you pick moon, and your duels will go quicker. So he played a moon in defense. That's probably a big curry box. Let's see, I'm just gonna, so what we want to think about while we do this is, okay, here's my magic card. We need to set a magic card, or activate a magic card at some point. So I'm just going to do that now. And every turn when you're fighting Pegasus, you need to clear his board of monsters, otherwise he'll be open to Regeki you. Okay, so here we cannot make a twin-headed Thunder Dragon, but what we actually want to bait him into attacking us, so what I'll do real quick is I'll just dump these, so I'll make like 2 fusions here, and then just end with a weak monster. So we need to get below 7,000 life points damage, and we need to deal effective attack damage to his attack position monsters. So I'm going to leave my Nemuriko in attack mode, and then just pass the turn. So the reason why we don't need to count how many cards we've used is because it's actually displayed right here in the top corner. If we have used 37 cards, then it'll be 3 or below in this corner. And likewise for the turns passed, Pegasus plays 1 card every turn, so it's going to be 27 here. Okay, so let's see here. We have Magical Ghost into Dragon Zombie, into Thousand Dragon, into Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, and that's 4 fusions. And he didn't attack the Nemuriko. I didn't see what he played. Let's see. It's a Saturn. Okay, so it's Queen Bird, which always goes in defense, even though we can beat my Nemuriko. Alright, he's going to attack this time. And we take 100. So now we're going to be able to do an effective attack, not before setting my trap, however. And that counts as a face-down play. An effective attack is when you attack his attack position monster and deal life point damage as a result of the attack. So I'm just going to do that and pass a turn, and I press W here. That's an effective attack. We need 4 of those. Okay, what I'm going to make here is, I think I will do this and then end with the weak card. So that's 3 fusions for Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, and this is why zombies are so good, because you can just chain them really easily. Let's see if he attacks. Okay, there's our trap activation. We need 1 of those. Alright, and then let's see, we can make Magical Ghost into let's actually do something like this. And that actually makes Skelbon. And he does not have a monster on the field because he activated our trap. I don't need the second trap, that's just our backup trap, but I will... Actually, okay, let's make a Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon and then make this. We apply it on the top of the Skullbone. See, I already have 18 fusions, so I don't need to make any more. But I do need more effective attacks. So there's an extra one. 2 more. I just need to bait him into attacking a couple more times. Alright. That should be 3 next turn. I do also need to find my equip, which is Beast Fangs. I have 3 cards left in the deck, so I'm just gonna be a little bit careful here. And just... First of all, force him to attack me another time, because I need that effective attack. And then hopefully I draw Beast Fangs. Okay, so as long as I get Beast Fangs next turn I can win, and there it is. So there's my equip used, and then I need to activate my magic. Do not forget to activate your magic. And as you can see, he has 27 cards remaining, which means we've fulfilled the 9 turns requirement. And I have fewer than 3 cards left in my deck, so I've used 37. So now I just need to do that one more effective attack. And I activated the magic. And as you can see, the current rank shows A-Tec. So if I end the duel right now and I win, it'll be an A-Tec. And we'll see what we win. Miyotoko, terrible, terrible card. Typical. Okay, but there you go. That's how I A-Tec using the rank calculator. Obviously this is a very useful technique. It's way better than decking out the opponent. If you get good at it, you can usually A-Tec in like less than 5 minutes, just under. And it's really useful. Like if you A-Tec Pegasus, you pretty much 10% of the time win some kind of useful card, like a equip, either a Bright Castle or a Megamorph or a Dragon Capture Jar or Umi, or what's the other one, Widespread Ruin. So it's really useful to know, and hopefully people stop doing the deck out method once they see this video, because the deck out method is terrible. It takes like 7 minutes and it's way harder to set up. Just once you know what you're doing and you have the right deck setup, and this is not even like an optimal setup, this is just an average mid-game deck setup. Yeah, Raigeki also works. It doesn't have to be like Umi, it can be any magic card. Although the trap does have to successfully activate, so I wouldn't recommend like Ikaboon, because that's not gonna activate well. Fake Trap is really good because you can activate the trap card and then the monster stays on the field, so you can still get the effective attack in. But yeah, okay, hopefully I covered everything in my yapping. Bye bye.